What if I told you there's a pistol cartridge so powerful, it literally breaks guns? The .22 Winchester Magnum rimfire generates chamber pressures high enough to rip apart standard blowback actions. Yet most manufacturers won't touch it. But 5 daring companies cracked the code, and what they created will change everything you thought you knew about rimfire pistols. For over 6 decades, the .22 WMR has dominated the varmint hunting world with devastating terminal performance that turns prairie dogs into vapor. It's a bottlenecked rimfire cartridge operating at chamber pressures that dwarf the humble .22 LR by nearly 50%. While revolvers chamber this beast with ease, building a reliable semi-automatic is an engineering nightmare that's bankrupted companies and left countless prototypes in the scrap heap of firearms history. The problem? Pure physics. The .22 Magnum operates at approximately 24,000 psi, far exceeding the simple blowback systems that work flawlessly for .22 LR. Traditional blowback actions would either require impossibly heavy slides or self-destruct after a few magazines. It's the rimfire equivalent of trying to contain a rifle cartridge in a pistol platform, and most major manufacturers simply walked away from the challenge. But not everyone gave up. Here's where it gets interesting. A handful of brilliant engineers saw opportunity where others saw impossibility. They developed revolutionary operating systems, from clever delayed blowback mechanisms to gas-operated designs typically reserved for rifles, creating some of the most technologically advanced firearms on the market today. I've spent months researching, analyzing user reports, and diving deep into the technical specifications to bring you the definitive ranking of .22 Magnum semi-automatic pistols. These aren't just guns, they're solutions to what many considered an unsolvable problem. Let's count down from number 5 to the ultimate game changer. Number 5. Rock Island Armory XT22. Magnum, the underdog champion. Here's something you probably didn't expect. A Filipino company known for budget-friendly 1911 clones quietly solved the .22 Magnum puzzle without any marketing fanfare. The Rock Island Armory XT22. Magnum represents exceptional engineering value in a package that'll feel instantly familiar to any fan of John Browning's legendary design. At first glance, this pistol screams 1911. The grip angle, the controls, the general aesthetic, it's all there. But that's where tradition ends and innovation begins. Rock Island engineers incorporated a unique delayed blowback operation, facilitated by a revolutionary 2-piece barrel assembly. But here's the masterstroke. Rock Island borrowed a page from the Beretta 92 playbook with an open-top slide design featuring top ejection. This massive ejection port makes stovepipe malfunctions virtually impossible, a critical feature for a cartridge notorious for extraction challenges in semi-autos. The result? A full-size pistol with a 4.75-inch barrel that holds 14 rounds of .22 Magnum and features a remarkably crisp trigger, breaking at just 4 to 6 pounds with minimal creep. The Pro model adds a full-length Picatinny rail, making it optics-ready for competition or serious varmint work. At approximately $599, the XT22 Magnum delivers 1911 ergonomics, reliable operation, and innovative engineering at a price point that undercuts premium competitors by $100 or more. For shooters who grew up on the 1911 platform, this is your entry point into the .22 Magnum world. Number 4. Kel-Tech PMR30, the 30-round lightweight king. Picture this. A pistol that looks like it was ripped from a cyberpunk movie, weighs less than a loaded Glock 19, yet holds 30 rounds of .22 Magnum. When Kel-Tech unleashed the PMR30 over a decade ago, the firearms world didn't know whether to laugh or applaud. Today, it's carved out its own cult, following based on one undeniable attribute: Capacity. At just 14 ounces unloaded, the PMR30 is a featherweight champion. Fully loaded with 30 rounds, it weighs about the same as a steel-frame duty pistol, but offers more than double the ammunition capacity. This makes it the ultimate survival tool, a lightweight companion for backcountry hiking, the centerpiece of a bug-out bag, or the perfect truck gun for those who prioritize preparedness. Now here's the reality check you need to hear. The PMR30 is notoriously ammunition sensitive. This isn't a pistol you can feed cheap bulk ammunition and expect perfection. Kel-Tech strongly recommends high-quality, full-power, 40-grain loads from brands like CCI Maxi-Mag for reliable cycling. Users report that 35-grain ammunition can cause malfunctions, particularly during the break-in period. But when it works, it really works. Ballistic gel testing showed .22 Magnum penetrating completely through 16-inch blocks, substantially outperforming .22 LR. The muzzle blast and flash from the 4.3-inch barrel are substantial, creating a spectacular light show that's as intimidating as it is loud. At an MSRP of $495, though street prices often run higher due to demand, the PMR30 occupies a unique niche. It's not a duty gun, it's not a precision target pistol. It's a specialized tool for those who understand that in uncertain times, capacity equals capability. Number 3. Walther WMP, the modern tactical solution. Everything changes in 2022. Walther, the legendary German manufacturer, dropped a bomb on the .22 Magnum market with the WMP, Walther Magnum pistol, a thoroughly modern, duty-oriented design that looks and handles like a contemporary centerfire pistol. This isn't some niche oddity. The WMP is a full-size polymer-framed handgun with a 4.5-inch barrel, standard accessory rail, and, most importantly, an optics-ready slide cut from the factory. Walther didn't just build a gun that shoots .22 Magnum. They built a modern handgun platform around it. The ergonomics are lifted straight from the beloved PPQM2, featuring the same curvature, texturing, and palm swells that made that pistol a favorite among serious shooters. But Walther went further with what they call the quad-release system, a revolutionary ambidextrous control scheme incorporating both traditional push-button magazine releases and their signature paddle-style releases on both sides of the frame. Reliability testing showed the WMP performs best with 40-grain ammunition from CCI or Fiocchi. Like all semi-automatic rimfire pistols, it requires more frequent cleaning than centerfire designs, particularly as the delayed blowback system accumulates carbon buildup. One tester experienced double feeding issues when the pistol became heavily fouled, though proper maintenance eliminated the problem. Accuracy impressed across the board. Multiple 5-shot groups at 25 yards fell consistently under 2 inches with quality ammunition. The fiber optic front sight combined with the low-profile rear notch provides an excellent sight picture, and the optics-ready slide accepts Shield R MSC footprint red dots. At $550 to $600, the WMP commands a premium over more basic models. But you're not just buying a .22 Magnum pistol. You're getting a modern tactical platform that happens to chamber a devastating rimfire cartridge. Number 2. Excel Arms MP22 Accelerator, the accuracy monster. Some pistols are built for carry, others for defense. The Excel Arms MP22 Accelerator was built for one purpose: absolute, unapologetic accuracy. This is a dinosaur in the best possible way. A massive stainless steel target pistol from an era when ultra-accurate rimfire handguns were celebrated rather than questioned. At 54 ounces with an 8.5-inch stainless steel bull barrel, the Accelerator is a giant. This isn't a lightweight plinker. It's a precision instrument forged from corrosion-resistant 17-4 stainless steel that looks and feels like it was carved from a solid block of metal. That mass is the secret sauce. The thick, rigid bull barrel is incredibly resistant to heat drift and minimizes barrel whip during firing, allowing shooters to extract every last bit of accuracy potential from the .22 WMR cartridge. Barrel harmonics, the enemy of precision, are virtually eliminated by sheer mass and rigidity. Here's the tragic part. XL Arms ceased operations several years ago, making the MP22 accelerator a sought-after collector's piece on the secondary market. Prices range from $400 to $700 depending on condition and availability, with parts and service nearly impossible to source. The single-stack magazine holds only 9 rounds, a significant trade-off for the pistol's laser-focused mission of precision over capacity. But for bench rest shooting or eliminating pests at extended ranges, the accelerator delivers mechanical accuracy unmatched in this category. If you own one of these, don't sell it. You're holding a piece of firearms engineering history, a swan song of steel and precision from an era that prioritized accuracy above all else. Number 1. Smith & Wesson M&P 22 Magnum, the revolutionary game changer. This is it, the pistol that rewrites the rules. The Smith & Wesson M&P 22 Magnum doesn't just solve the .22 WMR engineering challenge, it obliterates it with technology so advanced it's typically reserved for high-powered rifles. Welcome to the Tempo Barrel System, an internal hammer-fired, gas-operated, locked breech mechanism that represents a paradigm shift for the entire rimfire category. Let me break down why this is revolutionary. Traditional .22 Magnum pistols use delayed blowback, mechanical tricks to slow down the action until pressure drops. The Tempo system goes nuclear, a gas port near the muzzle vents, propellant gas into a shroud surrounding a 2-piece barrel assembly. This gas acts on the stationary barrel, initiating the unlocking and cycling of the action only after the bullet has already left the muzzle. The breech remains locked until chamber pressures have dropped to safe levels. This ensures reliable, safe handling of the full spectrum of .22 WMR ammunition, from light 30-grain varmint loads to full-power 40-grain defensive rounds. No more ammunition sensitivity. No more extraction problems. Just consistent, reliable operation. Smith & Wesson delivered this innovation in the familiar, comfortable M&P polymer frame. The pistol measures 8.4 inches long, 5.9 inches tall, and just 1.13 inches wide. A slim profile despite its full-size dimensions. At 22 ounces unloaded, it's remarkably light for a gas-operated pistol. The internal hammer-fired trigger breaks cleanly at approximately 3 pounds with minimal creep. Fiber optic front sights provide rapid target acquisition, while the optics-ready slide accepts most micro-red dots with shield RMSC footprint. And the capacity? 30 rounds. The M&P 22 Magnum ships standard with two 30-round polymer magazines, matching the PMR30's class-leading capacity, but delivering it in a far more technologically advanced and reliable package. Velocity testing revealed the closed chamber design makes a significant difference. The 30-grain CCI loads gained over 100 feet per second, compared to revolvers with similar barrel lengths. The gas port and lack of cylinder gap really matter. The verdict: engineering matters. Here's what this deep dive revealed. The semi-automatic .22 Magnum pistol segment proves that engineering excellence matters. Each pistol on this list represents a unique solution to complex physics. Proof that there's no single right answer, only the right tool for your specific mission. The Rock Island Armory XT22 Magnum stands as the value champion, offering clever delayed blowback wrapped in beloved 1911 ergonomics at an accessible price point. For budget-conscious shooters who want proven handling characteristics, it's the obvious choice. The Kel-Tech PMR30 remains the undefeated capacity king, a specialized survival tool prioritizing firepower and lightweight above all else. When you need 30 rounds of rimfire Magnum in a package that won't weigh you down, nothing else compares. And at the pinnacle, the Smith & Wesson M&P 22 Magnum stands alone. Its gas-operated tempo system isn't just innovative, it's revolutionary. So, which one fits your mission profile? Are you drawn to the high-capacity survival utility of the PMR30, the target-driving precision of the accelerator, or the revolutionary TEMPO system of the M&P? The answer depends on what you value most: capacity, accuracy, ergonomics, value, or cutting-edge engineering. One thing is certain: the impossible problem has been solved. 5 different ways.